Hello everyone and welcome to LikeMinds, 2 hearts, 1 mind, 1 God. I am Julian and I want to thank you for tuning in, as I do believe I have some practical and necessary tools to help engage 2 hearts through 1 mind and 1 God. On this first episode of The Sex, Its Origin and Identity 5-part series, I will discuss the origin of sex. That's right, when did sex begin and where in history is sex first recorded? Now, for most, if not all, who are watching this video, your perception of sex began from the moment you either had that famous talk with a parent, through sex ed in grade school, amongst your peers in high school, pornography, XXX magazines and videos, or lastly, by simply losing your virginity. Now, contingent on how you interpreted or received the information, images, or feelings of that moment, created a baseline, okay, of how you see or view sex. Do you see it as something you do or something that is part of you? However, like any historian, if you can first determine the origin of a thing, you can then possibly speak to its purpose. Now, let me set the record straight. Sex did not begin the moment you and I first experienced it or was exposed to it. So contrary to the old popular R&B song by Trey Songz, I invented sex, no man created sex. You know that song, you know that song. Okay. Sex has been an activity between a man and woman since the very beginning. We can see sex is first recorded in Genesis 4:1, as it tells us, "Now Adam knew Eve, his wife. She conceived and bore Cain and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord." Isn't that exciting that we are able to trace sex from the beginning? Now, without going into much details, it's important to note here that the word "knew" is translated in the Greek gnosko, Ginosko, which means to know intimately, okay? To learn to know. When I am intimate with my wife, she and I are taking our time and sharing of ourselves with one another, not only through the sensory realm, but also through the spiritual, in which I will elaborate in another video. In other words, Adam knew or became so intimate with Eve that they produced. Why is this important? Please do not miss this. Adam only took the time to get to know Eve within the confines of God's covenant of marriage. Recall, scripture says in Genesis 4:1, "Now Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord." There was a reason scripture distinctly put his wife in the text, and here's why. In Genesis 2:20, it says, "And Adam gave names to all the cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him." Notice Adam did not take the time to build relationship or get to know any other created beings in the garden. Doing so would be out of order or animalistic behavior. Until Eve, his helpmeet, came on the scene, there was no covenant that permitted Adam to know any other creature. Think about that. So what am I saying? Adam knew Eve, but he only named the animals. In other words, covenant establishes intimacy between man and woman. Outside of God's covenant of marriage, intimacy is tainted. This is the origin of sex between man and woman. Well, that's all I would like to share on this episode. Thanks for watching. Prayerfully, there was something that I said that encouraged you, or perhaps there was something that you will consider. If so, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share. Until next time, live abundantly. Peace.